Welcome back to another video. This one we're going to be working on the VF700. We're going to be doing a quick service on it, just an oil change. I've already done the plugs when I did the carb rebuild. So I'm going to start with taking out the 4 bolts that hold this lower cover on. One here, and then the same on the other side. They're both 10mm bolts. That lower cover removed now gives us a bit more access to the oil filter that's in there, as you can see. It's a high flow HF202 for the VF700. It might be the same for the other Interceptor models, the 750 and the 1000, possibly even just the other VF models, 400, 500. So it gives us a bit more access to get it from the back, and obviously that wasn't covered anyway, but you can get it a little bit from there. And then underneath we've got the drain plug just here. That also isn't covered by the cover, but the cover lets us get behind the filter. Okay, now I'm ready to drain the oil. I've got my oil pan, oil drain pan. I've got the new filter ready. I've got the new oil ready. I've got a few different methods of removing oil filters. I'm going to try these oil filter pliers first and see if I can get in there with them. You might be able to use a strap, or if it's not too tight like mine is, you might be able to just do it with your hands. Alternatively, you could use a leather belt and a ring spanner to grip onto it. There should be various videos online on how to do that if you haven't got any fancy tools. And then once that's cracked off, I'm going to let it drain. You could even puncture a hole in it with a screwdriver to let it drain. And the drain plug under there. So once that's draining, I'll go through the steps to prep your new filter. Now that that's draining, I'm just going to leave that draining. It's a 17mm drain plug. I'm not sure if the washer's removable. I don't think it is, so if you want to replace it, it's the whole drain plug. The filter's cracked off and draining. It does go on the exhaust, so make sure you wipe that off after. New filter's here, and I'm going to use some of the new oil just to lube up the seal. You can use multi-purpose grease, new oil, old oil, as long as it's not contaminated. And just give it a quick smear on this rubber ring here. And make sure that the old one comes off the engine, because you don't want to be double sealing, because that'll make it leak. Now that I've got the old filter out, I mean, you can see it started rusting, so it definitely needed changing. So they should be changed every year, and that definitely hasn't been changed. I think it's been off the road for 6 years, so it definitely needs doing before using it again, really. I pushed it out down there, so this is the coolant hose, and you can just push it a little bit, and then you can get the filter at the back of it between one of the exhaust runners, the right hand side, and the coolant hose. And once you've got it out, obviously lube up your new filter and put that in reverse order. New filter is on now. I've put the date on the end of it, it's just a thing that I do so I can keep track of things. It's just hand tight. There isn't really enough room to be getting much cranking power on it, so don't worry about over tightening it. If you don't feel like you've done it tight enough, then use the tool that you use to take it off to put it back on. I stand corrected about the crush washer from earlier. It can actually be removed, but you've got to unwind it off the threads. So I'm going to put a new crush washer on, because this one's seen better days. It's got quite a big step on it, and then yeah, quite pitted on the back as well. So new crush washer, and then put the plug back in and refill. Just reinstalled the sump plug with a new crush washer. I'm going to clean off some of this grime before I put the plastics back on. Make sure you clean off the exhaust, the oil off it, and any oil residue from underneath. And don't go crazy with the sump plug, because it's going into an aluminium sump, so it just needs a quick, like a bit of a tweak up, tip to get it off as well, rather than just pulling on, if you're using a ratchet, rather than just pulling, try and like, you know, hit it, knock it, so you're not pulling the bike over on yourself, because mine were quite stuck in there, but just one good hit and it cracked off. It's time to fill the oil back up now. I've got a funnel in the oil fill hole. I'm going to have to hold it slightly up like that. As you can see in the bottom there, if I put it all the way in, it's not very angled. So I'm going to hold it up like that, put the oil in, and see how much it takes using the dipstick. I'm almost done now. I've taken it off the centre stand and I've put a wheel chock under the side stand to try and straighten the bike up as much as possible. So it's pretty much vertical now, and obviously that means, you know, making sure it doesn't fall the opposite way to the side stand. And if I just put the dipstick in, rest it on the threads, don't screw it in, pull it back out, you can see that we're pretty much at the full mark now. So I'm going to leave it there, screw this back in, fire it up, get it up to temperature, and then let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes and check the oil again, check the oil level. And then once I've done that, I'll probably take it for a ride, make sure everything's as it should be. So yeah, thanks for watching.